rock star.
Hey guys, it's Fishing for Life, and today we are going to be talking about ice fishing for rainbow trout and stocked ponds and lakes. So, first off, we're going to be talking about using power bait. This is a power bait. I really like to use it. It has a strong scent. It's called fire bait. So yeah, and so what you normally do is you take about a 2-foot long leader. This is 6-pound test mono, and then you'll have a little snap swivel connected to your loop right there. You just tie a regular loop knot at the end to connect to the swivel, and then you want a really small hook. This is a size 10. It's a little big. Normally you go to a size 12 or 14, but this is what I had, and I recommend like octopus style hooks made from Gamakatsu because they're the best. And also above the power bait, if you want to tip it, you can use, these are just scented fake eggs. They're just a little bead that's scented, and they're soft and squishy. So yeah, you would just slide that up your line, and then you would have a light split shot, and you would have it suspended about midway down the water column, so your sinker would be here, and then your bait would just float up. So yeah, and if you want to put on a bobber above it, because in stocked ponds that I fish, you're not allowed to use live bait, so we're forced to use power bait and stuff like that, and artificials. And when I'm using power bait, I normally use a really small bobber. This is Northland Light Bite. It's a nice, really small bobber. It's made out of balsa wood. So yeah, now we're gonna start talking about lures. So I like to tie a lot of my own hair jigs. Like, I'll get them all out here for you guys. Okay. This is one of my jigs that I made. I really like it. It's nice and it has a little bit of bucktail at the end. And what's really cool about these bucktail, this one, is I made this out of the tail on the first deer that I ever shot, which happened this year. So yeah, that's a really cool one. And then I also have some colored ones. This is a 1/32 ounce jig, pink jig head with some orange bucktail. It has a really nice action in the water. And then I have this black one, and this is for when they're really biting light. It's a 1/64 ounce jig head with some black bucktail. And then I have one more. I have one more bucktail jig. It is on my medium light Ugly Stick GX2 ice fishing rod, and I have a spring bob around there for detecting light bites. And this is 6-pound test monofilament, and this is just a nice bigger jig head with some white bucktail, and this bucktail is also from my first deer that I shot. So yeah. So those are bucktails, and now we'll be talking about flash jigs and jigging spoons. So for this, on all my rods, I'm using 6-pound test mono. Or I also like to use 6-pound fluorocarbon by Berkeley. They make a great fluorocarbon. It's called Berkeley Vanish. And so this is just a VMC's Tingler spoon. And what I did, I just took the treble hook off and put a scented trout egg on the hook to give it some extra scent. And then I have just a little snap swivel above it. This gives off a great flash, has a nice gold back to it. So yeah, I really like this lure also. And And this is also a medium light rod. This is made by Shakespeare. And so some of my other jigs I like to use are slender spoons. This is a 1/16 ounce VMC. It's like a Castmaster spoon. Then here's a little bit of a bigger size. I have a lot of these ones. And then here's two more. Another flashy one, and then this one is the same size, but what's cool about it is this actually glows under a UV light, so you can just glow it in if it's like more low light conditions. That will stick out in the dark water, and also especially if you have snow cover. And then I have one of the bigger sizes. This I believe is a 1/8 ounce. And this is also a glow-in-the-dark little Castmaster. So yeah, that is all the jigs I like to use. Those also work good. And then also little tungsten jigs tipped with like a wax worm and stuff. That works good. This is a VMC waxy jig. I really like it. It has a nice detail. And so yeah, that's all the trout stuff, and this is a nice small bullet weight. This is what I'd use on that power bait rig that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. It's like a 1/16 ounce bullet weight, and that works good. And then here's my last bait I like to use. This is my medium rod. This is also a walleye rod, so it's a little stiffer. But I only have one of these. It's a nice bait I like to use. It's just a real small rattle bait. And I had another one of them, but I broke off on a nice fish with 6-pound test, and my jig was just too tight. So yeah, it's just a nice little rattle bait. I believe this is a Rapala Rip and Wrap. So yeah, that's a lot of, and I normally run 8-pound test on this rod because it's nice for those bigger fish, because with that rattle bait you mainly track the bigger fish. And so that's the end of the video. I hope you like this video, so please leave a like and subscribe.
I'm popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star.